ask away.
Alright, so what's your big picture plan? This is your first fight since your last rematch in November, I believe it was. What are you planning to do next?
Well, look, obviously, IBF Title Eliminator and the IBF World Title back in America. I was ESPN, free to air, Fox Sports pay-per-view here in Australia. This is the second coming. This is for me to get back to where I have to get to become a world champion again. I've been there, I've done it, I've collected all the belts. I get to collect another belt. In this fight, this is a world title fight as well. And also put myself in position for the IBF World Title, which is most important. I'm just here to make a good statement, to show that I'm back. And I never left. I lost to one guy. I lost to Devin Haney, who's, an unbelievable fighter. I don't know what's wrong with people where they think that I lost to Haney and I'm finished or done. I went 24 rounds with this guy, traded leather. He's a big guy. He's a true welterweight. So I'll show everybody, in July when I step back in there against Maxi Hughes.
So obviously winning this fight will also give you another shot at the IBF title. Does that mean you want to have a third crack at Haney?
Look, the way we see it, obviously Devin has outgrown the weight. He's big, and he's going to move towards the 140 division. That's going to free up the belts. This is a chess game. This is about smart moves, and I've got a great team behind me. And we've put myself in a great position, even after coming off the losses to Devin Haney. I'm back to fight an IBF Eliminator and an IBF World Title. I'm going to add another World Title. As much as we know, yes, it's not one of the four big belts, but come to my house, you'll see the four anyway. I've got them. This is another one adding to the collection. So, yeah, the Ring magazine as well. That's 6 world titles. Hasn't been done in Australian history before. The belts that I have at home, you never find them anywhere else here in Australia except for at my house.
It's been sort of 9 months, I suppose, since we've seen you get ready for another fight. Talk us through that, sort of what you've been up to, and has it just been flat out training ever since, or is it a reflection?
Yeah, we've been training. We've been putting in work. I can't help myself. 2 days after the Haney fight, I was back in the gym. As much as I was saying, oh, I'll take some time, I'll relax, I'm back to the gym. I love this. This is the grind. This is what I love to do. Like I've said many times, I don't have to fight. I want to fight. I love to fight. I love that true competition. So I've been able to have a little bit more time, able to, recover and do the training that I want to do my strength work, and then start to chip away with my coach Chris, work on certain things. A lot of mistakes I've been making throughout the 2 Haney fights, and even in the Lopez fight, we went back and saw mistakes there. So I've been able to become a better fighter, a more complete fighter, and that's what happens when you take a loss against a really good guy. You are able to reflect on it and build off little mistakes. Now, when you find the best of the best, that's where you come back even better. And that's why I intend to make a big statement against Maxi Hughes and be back in line for another big fight. But most importantly, I'm refreshed. 3 undisputed championship fights, Lopez and Haney twice, all in 11 months. Stadium fights, big media fights, the whole lot was a lot of work. The best thing now was I could sit back, enjoy my training, feel refreshed, and when it was time to set up a fight and I was ready, here we are.
If Haney goes up, like in a perfect world, how long, how many fights do you envision before you're fighting for a world title again?
Next, well, obviously Maxi Hughes is the IBF Eliminator and the IBF World Title, but after that, next I'm in line. This is an IBF World Title Eliminator. Now, Lemnos is sitting in that other position for the IBF, so if it's the Argentinian, bring him on. If Lomachenko feels that he deserves another shot, another title, bring him on as well. Bring them all on. Javante Davis, Shakur Stevenson. Like I said, I'm refreshed. I feel great. I've only lost to one very good fighter who really is a true, welterweight. So I'm back.
Sorry, you mentioned some of the mistakes that you made in the last fight. So what are some things you've done to, correct those or address those mistakes? We heard you may have had a nutritionist. What else are you kind of doing to fix those?
We've gone over certain things, from the fights. We see the mistakes. We see where I'm getting caught. We see where I'm not in position to be able to land my shots. So I've got extremely fast hands. I'm a very dangerous, combination puncher. I'm super fit. So I've got to continue using these attributes, my physical, attributes that maybe win these championships plus more. So I'm a better fighter. I'm 100% better fighter than what I was before Lopez, before Haney, before the second Haney fight. I'm a better fighter. I've had time to be able to reflect on work, and I feel great. And it'll be shown July 22, July 23 here in Australia.
As you say, you've been fighting the best of the best in Haney. Where do you see Maxi Hughes relative to your level?
Yeah, look, Max Hughes is a good fighter, a tough Englishman, a guy who's going to, this is an opportunity for him. So I'm fully focused on Maxi Hughes. I don't underestimate any fighter. I could be fighting the guy from 7-Eleven down the road and I will not underestimate him. I'm fully zoned in on Maxi. I know what he will bring. I know what the opportunity presents for himself. He's getting a big name in Kambosos, and we're looking forward to making a statement against this guy. And, we'll see what's next after that. But our full focus is on Maxi Hughes.
Do you see him as an opportunity to like you say, make a statement and really kind of remind everyone that you not so long were the champ?
Yeah, look, Maxi Hughes is, I see a lot of holes. When you've had to fight guys like Lopez and Haney twice, trying to fight minute holes against these guys, against the elite, is always difficult. And even in both them fights with Lopez and Haney, we're able to show who we are and what kind of skills that we present. But against a guy like Maxi Hughes, I see a lot of holes in him. The team sees a lot of holes in him, and it's going to be a great night. July 22. I'm very excited, and I'll make a statement. And that's no disrespect to Maxi Hughes. We chose him. We looked at certain guys and said, this guy deserves the opportunity, deserves a crack. He's been around a long time, deserves this shot, and we'll make the statement July 22.
You'll be based in the US for a couple of weeks or a month or so?
Yes, yeah, we'll fly out to the US next week. We've had amazing camp already here. Like I said, after the Haney fight, we're straight back to work. Smart work, picking our time to work on things. And I've had some great sparring with two really good southpaws. And next week we'll head to the US and continue the work. That's where I made it to the top. That's where I got there. So I can't wait to be there. And as we saw, in Vegas when I went for the Haney Lomachenko fight, I was mobbed by everyone. I think I shut down the whole show, getting more love than what Devon and Loma were getting. So it shows what a guy like myself, a guy from Sydney that can go over to the US and conquer over there and still be such a big name, even coming off 2 losses. That's the respect from the fans over there, and that's Mecca of boxing, the US. I've done a lot for Australian boxing. I brought the mega fights here, the stadium fights. My plan is to go over there, get another world title, and then bring another big fight, back here.
What did you make of that decision in that fight?
Yeah, close fight, really close fight. Really could have went either way. For me, you got to take the belts off the champions. So a lot of them rounds were very close, and like I said, could have went either way. Depends what view you're watching the fight. So look, I'm happy with the decision. Haney holds onto the belts. He's going to obviously vacate them now and sets up more opportunities. Now, if Loma had won that fight, good opportunity that me and him could have fought as well for all the belts. But either way, we're in a good position. So I look at myself and say, okay, my moments will come now.
If you sort of build a nice friendship with Devon Haney, is that sort of what you got a good friendship? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, just respect. It's respect for 2 warriors, for 2 guys that came together and put on a big fight. We didn't have to fight each other. Like I've said many times, I could have still held the belts right now. I could have fought, the easy fights. I could have brought in, some Mexican fighters from America who are around and made myself look good. Could have brought in some older guys and made myself look good. But I chose to fight the guy who was the most avoided guy in the division, a guy who physically is, a welterweight, a very dangerous guy, and take the challenge, because that's what I'm about. I want to take the challenge, take the best fighters, in the division, and it doesn't change now. Maxi Hughes is a very good fighter, a dangerous fighter. We're fully focused on him, and after him, bring them all on. Like I said, Lomachenko, Shakur, Gervonta Davis, whoever wants it, we're here.
What do you bring to the Hughes fight that you've never brought to any of your fights before?
You're gonna have to see July 22. I'm not gonna take away show too much or talk about too much, but just know that I'm a better fighter, more focused fighter. And like I said, I'm doing this because I want to do this. I love the sport, I love competition, and this is a great moment for my career. Not only putting myself back in position, fighting, headlining in America on free-to-air ESPN. Millions of viewers can tune in. Back here fighting, obviously on pay-per-view here in Australia. So this is an exciting moment for my career, and I'm fully focused on the task at hand.
Will you try and do any work with Haney while you're over in Vegas?
Yeah, look, he just had his fight, so he's blown out a lot now. As you see, he gets quite big. I don't know how much training he's doing, but we're focused on our job. You know, we're focused on putting in the work. We've got some really good guys lined up in America for sparring, and you know, just know that I'm going there not for a holiday. I'm going there to put in work. You know, I wouldn't be wasting my time at this point in my career and doing all the 1%ers that I'm doing if I wasn't fully focused and embedded on becoming champion again.
TFNY back in action again this weekend as well. Good fight.
Yeah, he's in a good fight as well. You know, very interesting to see what he does. I saw yesterday that he kind of called me out. You know, he kind of said that, yeah, I want the Kambosos rematch, but the way he said it, I feel I live in that kid's head. You know, ran free for a very long time, and when I beat him up, you know, worse than ever. But again, yeah, he can get it. Depends on what you do this weekend. If you win that belt and the Ring Magazine belt, then we've got something to discuss about. You know, once I handle my business. If you don't, you know, it's the end of the road for you.
Beautiful.
No worries.
Thanks.